Hi everyone. Pardon my appearance. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I just spur of the moment decided to go ahead and do my 4-week postpartum recap. Just an overall explanation of my own series of events that have happened in the past 4 weeks since I was born. I have it all written down, not that I could ever forget anything, but just in case I do, because I tend to go off on a little bit of a tangent, depending on what we're talking about. So I just wanted to go over that, and then I also wanted to go over my general feelings about the fact that he will be gone for exactly a month within the next few days. He'll be a month old on Sunday. And if I have anything planned for that day, and what that would be, and just a bit general overall recap. So I'm going to start with week 1, and that would be, we found out Sigh didn't have a heartbeat on Wednesday the 8th of March. And on Thursday morning at 2:56 he was born. I was released on Friday. They almost wanted to go ahead and release me on Thursday, but I asked them to go ahead and keep me, only because when Sigh was born, there was a lot of placenta that just did not want to come out, and they also didn't want to put me through a D&C at that point, but they worked very, very hard, and I also just wanted to stay in the hospital because I just really felt like it was better if I was being monitored at that point, and also Sigh was still there. I still felt as close to him as I possibly could be without having him there physically, because at that point I had given him to the nurse. He was born at almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and by about, I want to say 9 or 10, I went ahead and gave him over to the nurse. After I got released on Friday, I went ahead and stayed with my mom and recovered there, which was a blessing. I stayed with her up until Monday night. I thought I was going to go home Sunday, and I decided to stay. We went to go see my husband's family on Sunday during the day, and then we went out for dinner on Sunday night, and I went home Monday night. I intended to get back into our routine. I talk about this a lot. I intended to get back into our routine and on Wednesday, and I had my alarm set, and usually we both have our alarm sets within a few minutes of each other. So I had my alarm set, he had his set, and when my alarm went off, I just felt like it was not a good idea for me to get up at that point. I wasn't feeling well, and he had just worked a 10-hour shift, and I regretfully had to wake him up. And within 5 minutes of him being up, I ran to the bathroom past a very large clot. And on that Wednesday, which is exactly a week from the day that we found out that he had passed away, I went ahead and had a D&C done. I went back to my mom's that night, stayed with her. Gosh, I need to think. I think I stayed with her possibly until Friday, but I might be completely wrong. My timeline with things is so screwed up at this point. I tell everybody all the time that information comes in and just it completely doesn't make any sense to me within a few minutes. I will say that my bleeding picked up quite a bit after my OB doctor said that by the time they had me back for surgery to have the D&C done, he said I was bleeding very heavily when I got out of the DNC, I bled pretty heavily. It picked up for maybe a day, and then I very quickly tapered off to just about nothing. I stopped by that Friday. My contractions lasted until the Saturday following the DNC. So the Friday after the DNC, about a week, I stopped bleeding completely. And then by that Saturday, I had stopped clotting at all. So it's now almost a complete month since he was born, and I have not had my first cycle yet. I'm still waiting on that to happen. This week has been okay. I've had a few moments where I have to, for example, we were at a store today, and my daughter, of course, instead of my husband, because I used to do it too, even when I wasn't pregnant. I used to stop by the baby stuff, especially because it's almost Easter time. So all of the Easter themed stuff is out, especially for babies. They have the cutest little outfits out. And of course the little boy stuff was right there, and they had the cute little suits with the, yeah, and I had to literally move myself to the other side of the aisle and just keep walking. And of course my daughter, it's the first thing that she notices is that there's baby stuff out, and she starts yelling about it, and my husband goes, "Hey Gail, come look at this," because he knows I would normally look at it. And I couldn't do it. And he knew it. As soon as he saw the look on my face, he knew that I wasn't going to be able to go over there. So he didn't have any problem with moving on. But it's hard. It's bittersweet because we realized today that my daughter is no longer in even toddler clothes, that she's in girls' clothes now. That's so hard because she was my baby. So for the longest time she was in really small clothes. Even though she was a chunky baby, she was always in the baby clothes. So she has gotten very big and I'm not enjoying it. So I don't know, it's hard coming to the realization that she's going to be going to school this year. And so yeah, I have officially gotten us back onto our routine, I'm pretty sure. The house is getting back to its original state, slowly but surely. Easter's coming up here soon, so it's going to be hard for me. But we're going to figure it out. I'm going to be at my mom's, and then, you know, we have it all planned out just because we know what it's like being a blended family. So we know what's going to happen, and we honestly almost just kind of play it by ear and figure out what's going on then. I don't know. I guess this is just my general recap. If you want to watch any of my other videos on this, they should be right down below, not necessarily in the description, but in the requested videos, or you can just search for them through my name, no big deal. I appreciate all of you, and I want you to know that if you're watching this because this has happened to you, that you're not alone, that there's a huge community out there of people that have experienced this themselves. And a lot of the reason why I feel so good now is because of those people. It's also bittersweet realizing that you're not alone when you're dealing with something like this. So, if you ever need any help or any support, please don't hesitate to send me a message or leave me a comment. I'll try to get back to you. I know I'll get back to just about any comment that's left. So, go ahead and leave me a comment, and if there's any other videos that you would think that I should go ahead and make about Sigh, go ahead and let me know. And I will work on doing that. I will talk to you guys later.